Hello everyone, it's Leo, and some people have been dreading this moment, but it happened. Even earlier, I think this is the earliest we've got the information of the mid-season cure in a pre-cure season. So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you don't want to know anything about her, leave this video because it's going to be full of spoilers. And this is basically official information, even though it wasn't officially revealed. Well, as it always happens, people hack into the toys. They pick the toys and they put some needles here and there, and they, find things that weren't supposed to be found yet. They're just supposed to be found when the cure is released and when the merchandise is released. But they were able to find the fourth cure. One thing that we basically knew was that the fourth cure wasn't found in the wand. She wasn't found in the wand, she wasn't found there, so she was probably not using the wand. The wand, as we know, is going to be the transformation item, and it's going to be used as a weapon and as a transformation item, and also as where the mascot will be when the cure is transformed. But in the fourth cure's case, she's not going to use the wand, probably, because they found her information in Latte's toy. So this probably means Latte is going to be the healing animal of the fourth cure, as we've been theorizing for a while. I thought that Latte maybe would grow up and become a human and become the fourth cure, but it seems that she is going to become the healing animal of the fourth cure. And Latte looks very different from the other three healing animals we have. So, it's going to be a different dynamic, probably, and she's probably not going to have Latte in her weapon as the other three are going to have. So this is going to be a different thing. Anyways, the person hacked the toy, and they found the transformation phrase and the name of the cure. One thing that I found very strange is the fact that when the transformation phrase is being said, Latte's forehead glows yellow. So, we already have a yellow cure. I don't think it means anything, but it's kind of strange. And we have more strange things to come. One thing we already know about the fourth cure, we got this information from the toy line, is that she is probably going to have air or wind powers based on the element bottles that she's going to use. We suppose she's going to use the element bottles that haven't been announced yet and that haven't been connected to a cure yet. So those 3 element bottles that we've talked about in a previous video are going to be used by the fourth cure. But anyway, when the person hacked the toy, we hear the phrase Toki wo hete tsunagaru Futatsu no kaze kiwa asu. So, this is what, you guys know, I'm horrible at Japanese. So, I don't even know if I said it correctly, but it's what some people are hearing, and the sound isn't the best, and it might not be completely right. Well, what we know is that so far in Healing Good, the cures aren't separate entities. They are the junction between the human and a healing animal. So they both come together to become a cure. And we have 3 cures already, and then this fourth cure will come. She's probably going to have Latte as her healing animal, and her name is Cure Asu, as she says in the toy. The thing is, it's kind of hard to understand her name, and based on the sound, it's Cure Earth. But if we think about Cure Earth, we also think about Earth powers, and we already have 3 cures, each representing an element. And Grace, Cure Grace, our main character, represents Earth already with plants and flowers. And so this fourth cure representing wind and being called Cure Earth, I don't know how that would make sense, but maybe as we're talking about nature, as we're talking about protecting and healing the environment, maybe Cure Earth as a name represents planet Earth, not only like Earth as the element, but actually the planet. And so she's probably going to be like the protector of planet Earth. And she's going to use wind-based powers because that's the element that was left for her. Like the other three girls already got the other three elements. So like this is kind of strange. And it's clear to say that she is going to use wind powers, because not only because of the element bottles, but because they say futatsu no kaze in the transformation phrase. And the transformation phrase basically means our two winds that connect with time, Cure Earth, one, because there's a bark at the end. Or maybe it could mean like two winds that pass through time, Cure Earth. And it's very interesting that they're putting those two things together, Earth, wind, and time. Because if you think about it, what do you think about? Sailor Pluto. Sailor Pluto is like the keeper of the Gate of Time in Sailor Moon, and she has wind-based powers. I mean, she can control time in a sense, she can stop time, but she can also use wind-based powers, wind-based attacks. So that is like, when I saw those two things coming together, Sailor Pluto quickly came to mind. And I remember, if you know about this, please tell me, because I searched and I couldn't find, but I read an explanation way back then that explained why Kronos, which is the god of time, that has like a very close connection to Sailor Pluto, also has a strong connection with air and wind. And so like I don't remember why, but I do remember I read that a while ago, and like in mythology and everything. Maybe because like winds take everything away and bring things, and maybe they see this as the passing of time as well. I don't know, but it's a very nice junction. But like the first person who told about Cure Earth to me, who talked about Cure Earth as a name to me, was Inu. So Inu basically like he really got every single information about this, and he slowed down the audio and everything. But there is another theory concerning the Cure name. And the Cure name that is also heard by other people, and by other people I mean two people that are talking about this name a lot, which is Victor and Mystery Dog. Both of them have been defending this name because it's a beautiful name, which is Cure Uns. Cure Unce. I don't know how to pronounce French. And like if you think about it, Unce in French can mean like, it can mean lots of things, but it can mean bay. And I don't think I've ever been to a bay, but maybe it's a windy place? I don't know. And a French name would make a lot of sense if you think about it, because we have two cures that have English names and one cure that has a French name. And like usually when we have a cure that has a different name, it's usually the main cure. Like with Curiel in Hugto. I mean, she had a name that could mean both French and English, but like her name was written in English officially. So I don't see like a cure that's not a main cure having a name in different language. Maybe, I don't know, like, because she could, Cure Fontaine could have been called Cure Fountain, you know? Like, it's not an origin name, like for example, Cure Macaron, having a French name, but it's the name of the actual sweet. And like, if you're talking about a fontaine, you can use like lots of different words for that, and they chose a French word. Why is that? Maybe we're going to have like two English-based name cures and two French-based name cures. I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm very interested to know more about this cure. And, you know, this cure having Latte as her healing animal, it's very interesting. I think Latte is going to be a very interesting character. And Latte barking at the end of the phrase is very cute. Very, very cute. And I think that it makes it even stronger of a connection that this cure is going to be purple, because Latte has lots of purple details, and I don't think they're going to go the beige route for this cure. Maybe they're going to use that Latte color that Latte has, like the cappuccino color in some details of her costume, especially because there is a lot of, not a lot, but there is a dog sense in this character. And this color, this cappuccino color, isn't that used in Precure. So that's a very interesting thing. So, I don't know, maybe we might find more information when the episode airs, and let's look out for a villain. Maybe we're going to have a villain turned cure. Let's look out for them in the opening and such. Lots of things to happen, lots of things to think about. The fourth cure is kind of here with us. And I already love like all of this speculation and info. And Venus had a very interesting thing on Twitter because we were debating whether she was actually called Cure Earth, having wind powers. How does that make sense? I think that thinking about Earth as a planet, it makes sense. But Venus said like they might be thinking about nurse because of nursing and healing. And then they couldn't use like Cure Nurse because it wouldn't be like a beautiful name. And they got a word that has like a similar pronunciation. That's a very nice idea as well. But anyways, this is what we have so far, I think. And I am very excited to learn more. I hope we do when the series actually starts. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!